Welcome back to the vendor table.
Hi. I have news.
What's going on? What's going on, lady?
It's March 27th when we're recording this today, and it is Manatee Appreciation Day.
I love manatees. They're like big puppies.
They're sea puppies.
Like sea cows, I think.
They are. Yeah, they're sea cows. That's what they're called.
You know, you're not allowed to
touch them.
You're not allowed to touch a manatee.
But you can let manatees touch you.
Yes, I saw a video recently. Actually,
where it was hugging somebody?
Yeah, it was like hugging a person. I was just like, I want to be that person.
I know. And they have no natural predators. So basically, like, that's it. They just want...
They're protected. They're like, what a life a manatee has. And they're like, I think they're thriving a little bit more, too.
Mm-hmm. They're doing pretty good now.
I love that. Love that for a manatee.
Yeah, we love manatees. So go manatees. Appreciate them.
Appreciate you, Mr. Manatee.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's been a minute since we've recorded, and it's been a minute since we've talked absolute trash.
Yeah, I feel like we were giving too much good advice for a while. And maybe it's time to just let her rip.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we noticed it too, by the way. You guys just love our trash, apparently. You really do. Because the episodes where we put out insight and everything like that don't seem to trend as well as when we talk shit.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a whole episode of talking shit.
Why not?
Here we go. We're back. All right. So there's been a lot of stories on the internet. A lot of them. Some recent, some old. I think one that we have never talked about on this show, which is crazy that we haven't. But you heard the story where the photographer wasn't fed and decided to delete all their photos right in front of the couple.
Yeah, so some backstory on this one, because this has been sent to us so many times, and honestly, I don't know how we haven't done it yet. This was like a friend of the couple, and had no wedding experience whatsoever. They were, honestly, I think they said that they were a dog groomer.
Yeah, like hobby photographer,
somebody
dog groomer,
who
or something,
really
whatever.
didn't do photography as a living, and they were like, hey, can you shoot our wedding? And he was like, he or she was like, sure. And the couple was paying them $200 to shoot for like 10 hours.
Oh my God.
And so there's so much wrong with that to begin with, but we'll go into the actual like heart of the problem here, which is
well, I mean, like, I know that person, I can't remember if it was he or she, was basically taken advantage of the whole day.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I heard it, I think it was a hot day. I can't remember the whole context of the story, but I remember like they were basically being abused the whole day, taken advantage of the whole day. And at some point they wanted to eat. They
asked for water.
Oh yeah, they asked for water. That's what it was.
They asked for water, and then they said no. They said no.
Imagine, how fucked up are you?
Imagine being told one of your basic human needs was a no on like a very long, hot day.
I would have told them to go fuck themselves, like straight up. I would
pretty
have been
much what this person did. And then they said that they weren't allowed to sit down for 15 minutes to eat. And this person they had enough of their shit and basically said, if I can't sit down to eat, I'm deleting all your pictures and I'm leaving. And that's exactly what they did.
Format that card right in front of the couple.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what would you do?
I don't know if I'd do that, but from that perspective, they probably didn't sign a contract. They probably were just working for a friend. And I've been like, you know what? Fuck you too.
Not friends anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they're friends anymore. But that's like, yeah, I don't know if I would ever do that as a professional wedding photographer, format a card in front of the couple and be like, yeah.
Say goodbye.
It's like, goodbye, you're an asshole. No.
I would definitely hold your pictures hostage, though.
I probably would do that.
Yeah, I'd be like, no.
You're a dick, and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'd hold them hostage. I probably wouldn't delete them in front of them, but this person obviously was like pushed to the edge. And after not eating for hours and hours and hours on end and being told you couldn't even drink water, I'd probably be that pissed off too.
Yeah. Well, that was like a trash story from...
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Treat people right
Be nice.
Dickheads.
Especially if you're only being charged $200 fucking dollars.
Oh my God, $200. I don't care if like they're the worst photographer ever. You're getting a bargain.
I don't fucking roll out of bed for $200.
Yeah. Jesus.
You know what you can buy for $200 these days?
I don't know. Like, yeah, like 4 apples.
You can buy like a roll of, you can buy like a thing of paper towels and like a steak.
Inflation's real, people. It's real.
It's fucked up.
All right, so we're into some juicy stories. We scoured the internet for these.
Yeah, we had fun doing this.
We went on a voyage
A voyage.
of the trash.
To the depths of the internet. The depths of Reddit.
The depths of trashland.
Also, by the way, if you're looking for some like juicy shit, Reddit is the place to go.
Oh my God, it's great. Okay.
Reddit is a gold mine.
There's a subreddit thread called Wedding Shamming. This is where we found a lot of these.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll read the first one.
All right.
I think we have maybe time for 2, if not 3.
Possibly 3. We'll see.
All right. Some of these are long, but we're going to hear the whole story. All right. I'll read this one. So, okay. I used to bartend events at a hotel, and our bread and butter was weddings. Worst wedding disaster I witnessed was a doozy. Me and the other banquet staff love people watching at these things, so we usually caught on pretty quick when something weird was happening. We first noticed something was off when one of the bridesmaids was sitting on the groom's lap at the head table for a really long time.
Red flag number 1.
Then it's speech time, and we find out this woman isn't just a bridesmaid, she's a maid of honor. Her entire 10-minute speech is about the groom being her BFF since childhood and their special connection that can't be broken.
Red flag number 2.
Zero mention of the bride. Super cringe, but things move on. The bride and groom have their first dance after barely interacting all night. Then comes the money dance, which we don't have here. The maid of honor practically shoves the other woman out of the way to dance with the groom and straight begins grinding up and down his legs before shoving both of her hands down the front of his pants.
Oh my God, that's not even a red flag. That's like...
in front of the entire wedding. This wasn't private. This was while they were dancing. I mean,
sirens.
we were flabbergasted, but the bride seemed utterly oblivious, and the things carried on again. As we start winding down the evening, it comes time for the happy couple to do the official departure from the wedding and head up to their room, except nobody can find the groom. The bridesmaids start asking the staff if we have seen the groom anywhere. One of our bellboys says he thinks he saw the groom upstairs.
Oh boy.
The F&B manager of the hotel heads up to the suite to see if he's there at the bride's request, as she doesn't want her bridesmaids wandering off and missing the farewell in case he pops back up. Well, after a bit of knocking, guess who opens the door in a disheveled mess? Well, you guessed it, the maid of honor.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The groom appears behind her at a moment later, and my boss stiffly relays that his bride is looking for him and he is needed downstairs. It takes them another 20 minutes to get back down to the wedding, and I shit you not, these two walk back into the room together, bold as brass, arm in arm, like it's totally normal for the groom and maid of honor to disappear into the honeymoon suite for an hour alone during the wedding. It still sickens me. It was almost 10 years ago. My precaution to avoid such a situation would be not to invite someone who's obsessed in love with your future spouse to be at your wedding party. Or don't just marry a scumbag that will cheat on you right in front of his grandmother.
I just, how can you be so oblivious? Is it denial? Is it Delulu? It's Delulu. It's living on planet Delulu.
Come on, man. Come on. That's like...
We've heard so many stories now about cheating partners. Like,
this is a TV show. This is a fucking TV show. This is The Hills.
She put her hands
We're doing a beach
down his pants on the dance floor.
Yeah, like, how are you not...
raging? I'd knock a bitch out. And that's your maid of honor.
Yeah, like, how is she your maid of honor?
What?
Like, how is she your maid of honor? Like, think about that. Like, are you...
Jail. Excommunicated. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'd say
Jail.
so.
Straight to jail.
She's probably still fucking married to this guy.
No, it's probably done. But listen, I will say one thing.
You think, I don't know. If you're that fucking oblivious,
Yeah.
let's be honest here. You're that fucking oblivious.
Did you see what I posted?
On your wedding day with 100+ people around you, looking at everything. You think grandma's not going to say something? Like,
why didn't anybody else say anything?
Honey, that mayonnaise is not for you.
I feel like bartenders have so much hot goss.
We gotta have a bartender.
We have to have a bartender.
We gotta have a bartender on this show.
Because
Long Island bartenders, wedding bartenders, if you listen to this show, please DM us.
I know a couple.
That bartend weddings?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to have one on. Yeah, we need the tea. We need the tea. If you're, you know what, we'll put that in a story.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a wedding bartender,
We want you on,
and we want you to share some stories.
Let me just say this. When you're getting married, it's not your fuck up 20s, right? You know, the years where you can just like go out. There's not really any harsh consequences to acting like a bag of garbage, right? You do your fucked up shit in your early 20s. You get it out of the way so that when you are ready to get married, you're fucking ready. You make your bad choices when you're younger. Get your bad choices out of the way before you meet the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Why are we at the wedding? You can't even wait like 2 weeks before you start sticking your dick in someone. What is this? What is this? Your whole family is there. You've got thousands, tens of thousands of dollars dumped into this from your family, and you just want some trash maid of honor slobbing on your knob right there. That's the day.
A lot of process right there.
That's the day. That's the one you picked.
People are garbage people.
You're a sociopath.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Both of them, sociopaths.
I would have loved to.
This feels like Scandival.
I would have loved to see their wedding photos. Or their wedding video. Wedding video would have been something. But wedding photos from that?
I feel like the video would be better.
I feel like I have really good couples. I do. I have really good couples. I've never had a situation like this. I've had situations, but nothing like this, where the couple, yeah, okay? I want one of these. I just want one trash one in my life.
Any volunteers?
Trash couples, DM me. Okay? I just want one. I just want to see one, witness one through my. You know what? No, I'll second shoot for somebody. You got a trash couple? I'll volunteer my time. One time.
You've got a red flag couple where some shit's about to go down. Mike, get in touch with Mike. DM Mike.
I need some entertainment.
He just wants to be there.
Okay, television's not doing anything for me. I need front row.
Not to add insult to injury to this poor bride who is obviously living on planet Delulu and not understanding what the heck is going on. This is 10 years ago, so we don't know how they're doing. I hope she's doing okay. I hope this guy gets hit by a bus.
I hope she's on marriage number 2.
I hope the maid of honor snags her clothes on every door handle.
Ugh. God, that's so spicy and juicy. I love that. All right, so we want to take a second to thank our sponsor for this episode, Maru. Maru is a modern payment experience for the weddings and events industry. I'll be honest, I've been using them a lot lately. I have to say, like, paying contractors through Maru keeps things so nice and neat, organized. It's made my life so much better.
I was going to say, it's been really pleasant being able to pay contractors in one nice, like, organized platform as opposed to different forms like Zelle or Venmo,
yeah.
having everything all over the place. So I'm definitely going to be keeping using it. I don't know about you.
I'm going to keep using it. It's also a great place to take, like, payments, client payments, without having those credit card processing fees.
Yeah, no processing fees.
I know. You could pass the processing fees on to the client, which is really cool, which is sometimes hard to do. And Maru gives you the ability to do that right from their platform. So it's a great community. They have over 9,000 wedding and event professionals. It's growing. They offer seamless transactions and hassle-free payment experience. They really make it possible for you to focus on what you're doing best and creating memorable experiences. So definitely check them out. We have a link in the show notes to sign up. You can sign up for free and check it all out. Check out the dashboard's really nice, really interactive, makes things so much easier. So if you're a wedding professional, a wedding vendor in the industry, Maru is the platform for you.
Yeah, check them out at www.maru.us. That's MAROO.us.
/TBT.
All
right, we have another one.
Okay.
It's relatively new because we found this on Reddit and we were like...
This is 27 days old.
So I don't think this one circulated the internet yet. Oh, boy.
This was posted a month ago. And I've heard a lot of monster-in-law stories, but I feel like no one could possibly be worse than this.
Read it up.
It's a bit lengthy, so bear with me, but this poor girl, I don't know her, but she's from my mom's hometown and news had spread, was hated by her mother-in-law as well as her sister-in-law and brother-in-law since the beginning. They threatened her repeatedly, made multiple social media accounts to harass her, and when confronted by the husband, they denied everything. The brother-in-law offered her a blank check to leave her husband and the family for good. At the time, this was her boyfriend and not her husband. Now, as I said, I don't know her, but what I have heard is that she's a lovely person and wouldn't hurt anyone. All of this hate comes purely from her socioeconomic status. Apparently, the husband's family wanted him to marry someone rich. She was so graceful throughout the entire ordeal. When the mother-in-law heard that the couple got engaged, she faked a heart attack and had to be hospitalized. She blamed her son and told him he'd have to cover all of her medical costs.
Okay, red flag 1.
Gigantic red flag. I mean, the blank check was the first red flag.
We need the red flag
clearly.
guy. We need the red flag guy.
Yeah, red flag guy needs to make an appearance for this one. The day of the wedding, the mother-in-law, brother-in-law, and sister-in-law all refused to attend, which fair enough, but apparently they hired someone to throw red paint on the bride's dress right before walking down the aisle. Three men ran up to her, 2 with cans of paint and another recording, and covered her dress in red. The photos are of the aftermath, which we'll
show the photos.
We will show the photos, and I will link to the story so that you guys can see it in the show notes. At first, guests thought the red paint might be blood. I can't even imagine what that must have felt like. The bride said she initially felt as if it were water, but then saw everyone's shocked faces and her friends were trying to reassure her that she still looked beautiful. She says the worst part of it was looking at her mother's face because initially she thought she'd been physically hurt. The bride gracefully changed into another dress. She had to go home for this, but all of the guests waited for her at the church. She changed into a lovely gold floor-length gown and continued with her beautiful wedding. The groom's family also found out where the photos would be taken and sent an anonymous tip to the police saying that they could find drugs there and that the groom might be in possession of them. The police arrived and all of the guests present were searched. The groom was close to being taken away in handcuffs. There was suspicion that the brother-in-law bribed the police, but thankfully in the end that didn't happen. After that, the wedding went on without issues. The mother-in-law's house has since been egged. Good. She is hated by the whole town. The sister-in-law and brother-in-law have been questioned by their friends and have denied everything, but do not deny that they loved hearing about it. Okay. Father-in-law seems to just do whatever his wife says.
He's one of those.
He fired the groom from the family business, but he was then given a job by his uncles who love and support him. The groom's family all claim to be super religious. Not very fucking Christian of you.
Wow. Fucking losers.
Wow.
Okay. Finish it off.
Lastly, after the wedding and before the honeymoon, the groom's family stole his passport and visa. They also tried to bribe the travel agency to ruin the trip. Fortunately, that didn't work, and the bride and groom went on their honeymoon successfully.
What a bunch of fucking losers. Douchebags. All right, douche. Mega fucking ultra douche. First off, okay. I know there's 2 sides to every story. I know.
This apparently...
no, sorry.
For context, it's just, I believe this was in Mexico.
Okay. I know. 2 sides to every story. Of course, right? there's no two sides to this. There is no justification for anybody to hire people to run up and throw red fucking paint on a bride on her wedding day. Like, what?
Oh, and they're super religious, though.
That's in the Bible. That's apparently in the Bible. Listen, I don't fucking understand the hate. Yeah, okay, you don't like the person that your child is marrying. Suck it the fuck up. Suck it the fuck up. It's honestly, it's not about you, bitch.
We're adults with free will. There might be, like, you may have, like, a friend who's getting married and you absolutely freaking hate who they're getting married to. But it's not your right to say anything. You can express your concerns to the person, but at the end of the day, they made their choice and that's their choice. This is so extreme. I cannot wrap my head around this story. I can't imagine 3 people in my husband's family hating me so much that they go to such lengths as trying to successfully throwing red paint on me, trying to get my spouse arrested for drug possession, and then stealing his passport.
Yeah,
Give it a rest. Give up.
Obviously, props to this bride because she seemed unfazed by this shit. She's got, damn,
She seems spicy. She seems like she could hold her own.
Yeah, 100%. She.
It's just one of those situations where I'm a very peaceful person. I've never gotten into a fight my entire life. I would throw the fuck down with this mother-in-law.
Yeah, I feel like.
Right?
I feel like this mother-in-law.
Do you want to die today?
I feel like this mother-in-law is going to get a beating from somebody in her life. And not to say she doesn't deserve it, but I think she does.
I also think, excommunication. We talked the last one. You're excommunicated. You're done. We are going no contact. You are not my family anymore. Goodbye. Good day. Go fuck yourself.
Listen, I know it's I feel like
it's thicker than water. No, it's fucking not.
No, it's not.
Toxic is toxic. Goodbye.
Honestly, there are I know there's cultures where, you get married outside of the socioeconomic status and everything like that, and it's looked down upon. It's 2024. It's 2024. Let people just love who they want. Why do you have to insert yourself into somebody else's life when they don't want you there?
Boom. Fuck off.
Get the fuck out.
Let people be happy.
Just let everyone be happy. The fact that you went to these extreme lengths to try to ruin somebody's marriage, life, day, everything.
How does it affect you? What is it good? Him marrying somebody of a lower socioeconomic status makes no difference to your life whatsoever. It just brings somebody else into your family that could love you.
That exactly.
You fucking piece of shit. Send me your address. I just want to talk.
We say this all the time, but
don't be a garbage person.
Don't be a garbage person. That was a spicy one.
That one was spicy.
That was, ooh, God. All right, we got time.
We do.
We got one more.
This is exciting.
All right, hold on. We got one more.
Oh.
We gotta read this one as wedding photographers.
There's a twist to this one.
There is a twist to this one. Okay. All right. I'm reading this from a website, so bear with me as I have ads pop up.
Ads everywhere.
Okay. You guys ready for this one? Is this long? It's not that long. Okay.
It's not that bad.
Okay. Here we go. So this is about a wedding photographer.
Buckle up.
So the title of this is Wedding Photographer Arrested for Public Intoxication After Having Sex with a Guest and Peeing on a Tree. Well, a Texas wedding photographer was arrested over the weekend after she apparently had sex with a guest at the venue, urinated on a tree outside the event, and threatened police officers on the way to jail, authorities said. According to an arrest report obtained by the Star Telegram, photographer, we're going to leave her name out, was arrested Saturday evening after police were called to a wedding reception in Weatherford. An off-duty sheriff's deputy was working security for the venue when several wedding guests reported the photographer was having sex with another guest in a hotel room inside the venue, according to the newspaper. After being confronted, police say the photographer left the room and went outside, where she began to yell near a water fountain before proceeding to urinate on a nearby tree when officers told her to leave the property. According to WFAA, officers noted a strong odor of alcohol on the photographer, and she was found to have a prescription bottle of, I don't know how to say it. Alprazolam in her jacket, leading to authorities to believe that the photographer had been mixing the anti-anxiety medication with booze. Citing the arrest report, WFAA reported that once in the patrol car, the photographer began to threaten police officers. "Y'all's daughters are dead," the woman allegedly said. "Y'all's families will be dead by Christmas."
Texas accent.
It's my Texas. However, a woman identified to herself to WFAA as the photographer's sister said the photographer was actually a victim and her drinks at the wedding were spiked unknowingly, and she became sick while shooting the reception. She said she went outside and she said these two men tried to approach her and do inappropriate things. The woman told the news station, and she said she was yelling and trying to get help, and things got turned around in a negative way. The 26-year-old photographer and swimsuit model faces charges of public intoxication and obstruction and retaliation. She was released after posting a $10,000 bail following her release. I don't know why I giggled at that, but
it's important to note that we do not know how the rest of this panned out. And originally it's kind of unfortunate because the way that this was posted, while there are parts of it that are quite funny, once you get to the end of this article, you're just like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Because you really don't know what the situation is. And if her drinks were in fact spiked, then this is a really shitty situation, and she is absolutely a victim in this situation. But don't drink anything that someone gives you at a wedding.
Yeah, biggest tip for any vendor, especially female vendors, I'm going to say this as a male, okay? Don't drink anything at a wedding that somebody handed you. I think that's standard in life.
Mm-hmm. Don't turn your back when you're getting a drink. If you're getting something at the bar, keep your eyes on it the whole time. Don't just leave it on the floor or wherever on a table and leave it unattended. We bring our own like water bottles and stuff like that so that we have our own drinks with us. If we want a soda, we have it at like dinner.
Yeah. And we get it from the bar. From
the bar directly. We do not let anybody bring us drinks unless it is like a sealed bottle of water.
Yeah.
This can happen to any of you.
Seriously. So I think while it was kind of funny at first, it did take a dark turn. But if it was the flip side, we don't know the outcome of this.
We don't know the outcome.
Okay? Like, could have been one or the other. Okay, like
that's something that could have easily been determined in a blood test.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So let's just say for a quick second.
Let's say hypothetically, it was not a spiked drink incident.
Okay. 1, photographers, vendors.
Never, ever get drunk at a wedding.
Ever. Number 2, if you're flirting with a guest, okay, you're having a good time, you're single, you're mingling, okay, get the phone number.
There's a time and a place.
Meet them after the wedding, okay?
There's a time and a place for sexy time.
Okay.
It's not at your client's wedding.
Okay. Number 3, if you got to go, the bathrooms are that way.
Don't pee on the tree.
Okay. I think we laid out a good ground rule there.
Yeah. This is not the first time that I've heard of a photographer getting drunk at a wedding that they're working and peeing on a shrub. Like, this is actually the second story where I've heard that someone in another state pissed on a bush. That was also female.
Like,
What's with the peeing outside?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a dude. Like, I mean, if I had to sneak off into the woods and do a little business, that's whatever. But like, okay. Like,
feel like
you
a lot
do it
more-
out of eyesight. Like, you go out of eyesight. Like, it's not, I don't know. Like, but it's a wedding. There's bathrooms. What are you doing?
What? Why?
What are you doing? They have those fancy porta potties now.
Yeah, those are actually really nice.
Nicer than my fucking bathroom. Like, so, some of those things are really fucking nice.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but I mean, it goes without saying. Listen, I've been offered alcoholic beverages from my clients at a wedding, usually at the end of the night, stuff like that. I've had couples that like literally persist, like, have a shot with us, have a shot with us, have a shot with us. Okay, I say at the end of the night when I'm done, I will take a shot with you. Okay, like my send off kind of thing. All right, that's just me. You can run the business whatever way you want. Run your business whatever way you want. You think you could drink at a wedding? I think you're gonna find out real quick you can't. Okay, you're gonna be looked at as very unprofessional.
It also gives people ammunition for you. You know, like that's something that they can use against you if they feel like bullying you into something.
Yeah.
Contract wise, money wise, if just one person at the wedding sees you drinking, they can go to the couple and be like, "Hey, your photographer's drinking," and that's where it takes like a turn. Then they can say, "Oh, well, I saw my photographer drinking all night and they weren't taking photos." So you know, it's stuff like
Very
that can
easy.
really, you can shoot yourself in the foot. So just don't.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it in the long run. Just, you want to take a shot with your couple at the end of the night, take a drink with your couple at the end of the night, like before you leave. Probably the right time to do it if they ask you.
Listen, I love my couples and I love my wedding parties that are always like the second I get there, they're like, "You want a mimosa?" And I'm like, I need to be able to work.
Yes.
That is so kind of you, and I absolutely would love one right now, but I just can't.
Oh, I love the groomsmen that are always just like, "Mike, you want a seltzer?" I'm like, yes, I would fucking love a seltzer
I
right
would die
now.
for one right now.
I would love one, all right? I'd love to be sitting in my pool drinking a fucking seltzer, okay? Would love that. I'm not going to take one, though. You know why? Because I'm working,
Yeah.
okay?
This is my job.
Yeah. This was a fucked up episode.
This is fun, but also not.
We have a lot more, too. We could do...
Oh, yeah, there's like a whole...
We'll do more.
We'll do more.
We'll do more. We're gonna end it on this one because we have more episodes coming up. We'll record another one of these, and you know, if you do have a wedding day horror story, you can always submit it.
Yeah.
Join our Facebook group too.
Oh, yeah, it's growing every day, like massive.
Yeah, so you could like submit it there anonymously.
Getting a lot of engagement in there right now, and it's so great.
We get like 15 posts a day in there. It's crazy.
I
I'm
know.
like I can't keep up with it. We gain. I think we're almost at 800 members.
We might need a new moderator.
Yeah, I know. Meredith ain't cutting it. No, I'm kidding.
Don't.
Come on, Big Dith. No, I'm kidding.
I do want to say we did recently receive a message from somebody on Instagram, and we actually took this we took this to heart. So we really wanted to make sure that our listeners know that we are doing our best to make more of an effort to use inclusive terms in our podcast. We got a couple of messages from one person in particular, and I'm very grateful for this message because we always want to strive to do better to support our LGBTQ community. So we're making more of an effort to use couple and inclusive terms when we're talking during our podcast. So going forward, we're going to make a better effort and we're going to do better.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree. We're allies.
We're allies.
There we go.
We love you.
Love everybody.
Yeah.
Like, everybody love everybody.
Everybody love everybody.
Did you ever see Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell?
It's been a really long time.
When he's on the bus and everyone's like arguing and he just turns around and he's like, "Hey, everybody love everybody." ELE.
Well, for real though.
It's true. What the fuck? It's 2024. Everybody love everybody.
So, we're not above admitting when we fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we fucked up a few times. So we want to make sure that you know that we are going to try really hard not to fuck up.
Yeah. We're humans. We're trying. We're learning.
Sorry.
We're learning. All right. Well, this has been chaos summarized into craziness. And
I love
it. Okay. Well, Lauren.
Yes.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at LaurenO'BrienPhoto.com and Lauren O'Brien Photo and the Feral Photog on Instagram. Michael, where can they find you?
At Michael Lazaro Photo on Instagram, TikTok, as well as my website. And you could find us at the Vendor Table Pod on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, as well as
our Facebook group.
Guys, it's been fun. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, bye.